welcome back to Lori's Kitchen. So today we're making a dish in the Instapot called honey garlic chicken. Come take a look. It's an Asian inspired dish. It has soy sauce. I put a little vinegar, some sriracha if you like it spicy. And I like to serve it with a bowl of a little extra sauce on the side to get my broccoli in. So come along with me and let's make some honey garlic chicken in the Instapot. Let's take a look at the list of ingredients needed to make this recipe. You'll start out with 8 bone-in chicken thighs. You'll need 3/4 of a cup of ketchup, 1/4 of a cup of chicken broth, 3/4 of a cup of soy sauce, and you can use gluten-free or low sodium. You need 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, a tablespoon of olive oil, a 1/2 cup of honey, 2 tablespoons of sriracha. So this is optional. If you don't like sriracha, you don't need to have it. 2 tablespoons of dried parsley flakes, 2 teaspoons of grated ginger, some salt and pepper, 8 cloves of garlic minced. You'll need 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water to make a slurry. About a 1/4 cup of cilantro cut for garnish, and a tablespoon of toasted sesame seeds for garnishes. We're going to prepare our Instapot by pushing the saute button. And when you push the saute button, it takes about 10 seconds, and then you'll see the on indicator come on. That's letting you know it's on and it's starting to warm up. While it's warming up, I'm going to go ahead and put in my olive oil. After a few minutes, it'll indicate hot, and that means you're ready to start sauteing. Before I put the chicken in the Instapot, I'm going to generously season it with some fresh ground salt and fresh ground pepper. Time to put my chicken in the Instapot, skin side down, and I'm going to brown it till it's nice, crispy golden brown, putting salt and pepper on the bottom side, and continuing this process for both batches of my chicken. After they're brown on one side, I'm going to flip them over and brown them on the other, and just repeat the process. Now I'm going to prepare my garlic. I'm going to go ahead and peel it all and get ready to use my garlic press to mince it up. Moving on to my ginger, I'm going to go ahead and use a knife just to peel the outside. You can also use a potato peeler. And then I'm going to go ahead and grate 2 tablespoons worth of ginger using my stand-up grater. Now that the chicken is browned just the way I like it, I'm going to go ahead and remove it from the Instapot. And one thing I'm going to do is, because I cooked the chicken with the skin on, there's more fat in here than I want to have in my sauce. So I'm going to go ahead and use a paper towel and a pair of tongs to absorb the extra fat that's in the Instapot. Here's an important step that we need to do, is to deglaze the pan. As you can see, there's some brown bits stuck on the bottom of the pan from browning the chicken. So I poured in my 1/4 cup of chicken stock, and I'm using a nice flat wooden spoon to go ahead and scrape off all the bits from sticking to the bottom. If I don't do this, I'll probably get a burn error when I'm cooking the recipe. So just go real thoroughly, make sure that nothing's sticking to the bottom, keep scraping, and the broth that's in there will just become part of the sauce as we move on. Now we're going to take a small bowl and start mixing our sauce ingredients. I'm going to add in 3/4 of a cup of ketchup, we're going to also need 3/4 of a cup of soy sauce. In this case, I'm using the gluten-free soy sauce. We're going to add in 2 tablespoons of dried parsley flakes, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, and the last ingredient that I like to put in is sriracha. I'm using 2 teaspoons to 2 tablespoons here. If you don't like sriracha, don't add it in. I'm going to add in the minced garlic and the minced ginger and give it a good stir. Then I'm going to give it a quick taste test, make sure that the seasons are just the way I want it. Now we move back to the Instapot. So we put all our pieces of brown chicken in the Instapot. As you can see, there's just a little bit of broth at the bottom with the bits. That's going to add a lot of flavor to the sauce. So I'm just going to stack them up. And what I'm going to do is pour part of the sauce over this to make sure that every piece of chicken has some sauce covering it. Then I'll put the second layer of sauce on. Now that all the ingredients are in the Instapot, it's time to put the lid on, set the vent to ceiling, and set our cooking time. So we're going to hit cancel, pressure cook, and we're going to cook it for 15 minutes on high pressure. After it's cooked for 15 minutes on high pressure, we're going to give it a natural release of 10 minutes. After 10 minutes has expired, we're going to go ahead and do a quick release. And here I used a wooden spoon to ensure I don't burn myself. And then we wait for the pin to drop. Now that the pin is dropped, it's safe to open the lid. And I'm going to go ahead and remove all the chicken and put it into a bowl and keep it warm while I finish off the sauce. First thing I'm going to do is take the temperature of the chicken, ensuring it's at 165 degrees. Now I'm going to finish off the sauce by pouring in the half cup of honey, giving it a good stir. I want to make sure it's incorporated well. I'm going to add in some cracked black pepper, a little more sriracha, a little more salt, and taste it and ensure that it's just how I want it. Now that it is, I'm going to go ahead and add the cornstarch slurry and thicken up my sauce. Once it's thickened, I add all the chicken pieces back into the Instapot just to make them warm. And there you have it, honey garlic chicken in the Instapot. If you enjoyed this recipe, please give my video a thumbs up and comment down below. If you would like to see more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell to be informed when my next video is available. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye-bye.